Today we're being joined by Elle Lineage from the Norwood SANFLW Football Club. Elle, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me, Cooper.
No worries, anytime. Tell us a bit about yourself. What kind of got you into footy and what type of player you are?
I got into footy through pretty much my friends just out locally, like 2017, so pretty much when women's footy started. And then player-wise, I'm a bit of an inside mid, so yeah, I'm trying to work on my outside game, but yeah, I'd say more so inside.
So how has the time been at Norwood for the years that you've been there so far?
Yeah, it's been so good. I started in the junior years. So I did like under 14s and under 16s. And then I got selected up to go in the women's program about 3 years ago now. First year was a bit rough, like got a bit sick, so I missed out most of the season. Second year, only played about 4 games. And then this year so far, played every game except the past 2 weeks because of injury.
Yeah. So how has the time been this year, Elle, for you? Obviously, as you said, you played in the first 10 games up until now, been returning this weekend, coming back from injury. How do you feel that the 10 games for you so far has been personally?
It's been pretty good. I think this year I've been able to like grasp the speed a bit more and like get used to the game, which has been great. Because it's a big step up, obviously, from reserve and local and whatnot. But yeah, it's been really good finding my position and really finding my spot in, like the mid forward rotation, which has been so fun.
That's good. So everyone kind of loves Elle playing up forward in terms of kicking goals, I'm sure. Is that something that you like doing, popping down for a few goals here and there, especially early in the season when you popped up for a couple?
Yeah, I haven't kicked one recently, but no, I definitely love kicking a goal. I'm not a big celebrator, but no, I do love getting around my teammates as well. Like, I love heading them off and I love creating goals and being involved and whatnot.
So I was just going to ask you at some point about goal celebration. So you're not a big goal celebrator. So do you just do something nice and basic, do you?
Oh, I probably just put my hands up and run around, but that's probably about it. Nothing huge.
That's fair enough. That's better than something. So obviously the season, Elle has obviously 2 rounds to go in the home and away season. Sitting in the top 4 right now by 3 points over the sides around you, below. How are you feeling heading into a game on Monday?
It's obviously a weird day, but no, I'm very excited. It's a triple header, so we've got the men's reserves and the men's league after as well, which is really good for the club. But no, very excited. Last time we versed it was pretty good game for us. We were really happy with the way we've all played. Like it was pretty good. But yeah, no, definitely nervous. Don't have like any like we really want to go into the game with no complacency. Like that's our big thing the past few weeks, and so we've got no really like we're gonna win this for sure. We're just gonna go in, like play our game, and hopefully get the win.
That's good. So obviously the side that you play this week in Sturt, obviously a side, as I said, around the top of the ladder, around the middle part of the ladder. Sorry. What kind of do you have to do to kind of get the W here?
I reckon. Well, Sturt are pretty. They play pretty similar to us. I guess they're a pretty high pressure team. They've got a few key players that really got to shut down, especially on the inside. Just so that we can stop them from getting into their forward line. But definitely using our like kicking skills and then our speed on the outside, trying to get it, on the fat side and moving it down.
That's good. What would you say overall, Elle, is some of your biggest strengths as a footballer?
Definitely my like stoppage work inside wise, and then I try obviously like as much pressure as I can. Like as a forward, I don't really kick too much goals, so definitely trying to keep it in the forward 50, like stoppage wise, pressure. Yeah, definitely those.
That's good, obviously. So you had your few weeks off with an injury that you mentioned. Is that kind of now in the past for you? Is it something that you worry about that you've been out for the short time, or it just all good now?
It's a stress injury, so it was only supposed to be about 1 week or so, but just so it doesn't like flare up or anything, we had another week off. I'm a bit obviously a bit worried that it could flare up. I'm not quite sure, but as for now, like went for a run to the gym past few weeks. I've been doing lots of off legs conditioning, so hopefully it'll be fun, and I'm ready to give it a crack.
It's good. So obviously, as you mentioned, been in the program from around 14 years old, then in the women's program in the last 3 years. What kind of chose Norwood for you?
With sample wise juniors, you get selected in like zones and whatnot. So obviously that was my zone. But no, women's wise, I came to the club like all the girls are so welcoming. Like the culture is amazing, and I could not choose any other club to go to because I just love Nord. I think it's the best.
It's very good. So overall for this year, obviously being in the top 4 obviously means you've had a reasonable year at least. But how do you feel the team's gone overall?
We've had a few ups and downs. Obviously, it's not been a easy season, that's for sure. But we're definitely a strong team, and we've got looks like we're hoping for the grand final. That's for sure. Obviously, it's our end goal. But no, I back my team any day. Like there's such good players in the team. We work really well together when we're on. So I'm very excited for the future, and I hope that we can get through the first round of finals and in the upcoming weeks, and hopefully get in the granny.
Absolutely, that would obviously be pretty cool to happen. In your time, Ali, in these competitions so far, who would you say is your toughest opponent you've had to match up on, whether it's an individual player or a team?
Um, Glenelga quite good. I would say Jess Bates is a pretty impressive player to play against. Like she's just so experienced and so skilled. Like I obviously haven't manned up on her like one-on-one heaps, but I've versed her and she's just insane ball reader, just an absolute magnet, can just find the ball around the ground. So she's probably one of the hardest, most impressive players I've ever played
Mhm.
against.
That's good. Who would you say is some of your favourite teammates at the club?
I definitely love some of the older girls like Sophie Armistead and Shay Hiscock and whatnot. And then I've got my younger group of girls that I came up through with like Charlie Hazelhurst, Kobe Morgan, Rosie Boone, and stuff like that. Like they're my little group at footy, which is so much fun. And I couldn't ask for a better people to be around.
That's good. Who loves the limelight, the attention, the camera at Norwood, and they can't get enough of it? They know what to do when a camera's around. There's always someone.
Oh, trying to think about it, but no, lots of the girls are right. One of the girls, no, she's really good with social media, but Adrian Davies, she loves the camera, not to throw under the bus, but she's very good in front of it. So yeah, probably her.
And I'm gonna tell everyone with a few things, with like being a chatterbox, loud and stuff like that, and loving attention, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, that's true. I'd probably gonna get a fine for saying something like that, but no,
Mm,
no, she's so good. She does a lot for like us girls as well. Wise, like gets us on like the Red Legs radio and all this stuff. So no, it's so good.
that's good. If your teammates were to describe you, Ellie, in a word or a sentence, how would they describe you?
Um, I'm pretty, I'm pretty energetic. Like I love a dance pre-game or something like that. But my coaches love calling me Orange because I'm a big fake tan fan. So I get called Orange often.
Interesting. That's So you just mentioned dancing there. So do you just have like a certain dance move that you pull out?
No, we just got a big JBL speaker we use before the game, so we just pump some tunes on that, which is pretty good, and then just I just dance around to get myself hyped up.
Yeah, nice, fair enough. Who's some teammates for you, Ellie, that kind of fly under the radar a little bit? Don't get talked about as much as you feel that they should.
Definitely my ruck and also my best mate from school, Rosie Boone. She elite athlete. Like she's so humble. Would hate me talking about her right now, but she's so good around the ground. Like just fit, like good ruck, can jump. Like she's not too tall, so she's coordinated. She used to play on ball out with me, like in local. So she knows how to play midfield, but at Nord they've developed her to be a ruck, and she's just good. She takes big marks in the back line, and I think she's so under the radar, and like she just deserves everything that comes her way.
That's good. In your football time so far, Ellie, what would you say some of your footy accomplishments personally or premiership wise that you've won?
Um, Local wise, we won a grand final a few years ago when I could play local, which was a bit of fun because love going out to my local club. But then, obviously debuting last year, that was a huge achievement for me. Other than that, I just love playing footy, so I don't really mind anything too special. So I just
That's
think playing footy is great.
sure, it definitely is. How was that debut game for you? Do you remember it pretty well?
Oh yeah, was not my best game. I think it was a bit of a shock going into it because I was puffed out first quarter. I was like, "Holy, this is pretty fast!" Like it's definitely different. And then just got a bit more used to it each game. And then this year I've just kind of slotted in, which and like found my spot. So no, it's been so much fun learning and adapting to the game.
That's good. Now you mentioned Orange is a nickname. I was just going to ask you, what are some nicknames you get?
I don't, I don't have heaps of nicknames. I just really get called Elle. Um, But like my friends just call me Vu as a joke from stemming from like inside jokes, and then my coaches just laugh about my fake tan, so they just say that I like blind them with my orangeness, or they just call me like like say like, oh, you're quite orange in the legs today, and I ask them how my fake tan looks and stuff. But yeah, I don't have too many nicknames.
Fair enough. If on a team photo day, Ali, who would be the one? Because you mentioned bare tans and stuff. So who would be the one that takes forever to get ready, or someone that just completely overdoes it?
Oh, not too many girls have full face like makeup at Nord, which is pretty good. But uh, I'll throw my mate Barchi, Emily Barch on the bus. We both love a fake tan, so probably her and me like scrubbing our old fake tans off and then putting new ones on for photo day.
Fair enough. Now, where do you see yourself accomplish? What do you see yourself accomplishing for yourself in the next 3 to 5 years?
Obviously, I would love to be drafted. Like that'd be a goal. But even not being drafted and just being like a train on would be amazing. Just so I get experience up in like the AFL like squads and whatnot. If not, I would just love to consecutively play like every game in league for the next few years and hopefully become like a leader in the club or something like that. That'd be unreal.
That's right. And I've had a fair few players on Ali that have, been train-ons, and they've talked about whether it was for 1 year and they've never done it years since. It just shows that you're close, because they don't just ask anybody for number one to be a train-on, and plus then you also get to train with those girls that are at that level, and you kind of know definitively what the expectations would be like when you're training with them.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it'd just be unreal just because it'd be another whole speed, be a whole nother level of skill. It'd just be so cool just to see how they do things and how their game plans and how they go into game days and just like the professionalism of it. I think that'd be so cool.
That's right. It sure would be. Now, you mentioned their leadership, Ali. Is that something that you've been in the past or currently in, or something that you want to get into in the future?
Lots of my junior years, I was like captain and whatnot for local and stuff, and then I've always just been a bit voicey at training and stuff, so I don't mind being like a leader and whatnot, and just helping maybe the junior girls come through the program like I did, just being a voice for them. So obviously, I don't mind if I'm captain or whatnot, but anything like leadership wise to help out would be pretty cool.
For sure, that's good. Which AFL, AFLW team did you grow up supporting?
Always the Crows. I love the Crows, even though they're struggling a bit this season. I still love them.
That's right. Yeah. How would you feel they've gone this year? Obviously, they had expectations where some had them in the eight, some had them as high as top four, and then some would have them just out, and they're out at the moment and probably a long way out.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I didn't have too, obviously, not to bag my own team, but I didn't have too high expectations for them. They're so young and obviously developing and stuff. So, no, I think they did all right some of the first few games and stuff. Well, like it's towards the middle of the season, and then they're just so young and finding their feet. So hopefully the next few years they'll push up into eight. But as for now, I think towards the bottom is where they're sitting.
Yes. Unfortunately, that's the case at the moment. Things can change. You can win 5, 6, 7 in a row. It's been done before, and you never
Yeah,
know.
absolutely.
It could be hard, but you never know. Okay, so have you ever had any AFL, AFLW player interactions, Ellie, as a fan that were either memorable or forgettable?
Um, Not too many. I just like going out to the games and having a watch. I just remember like being a kid and like we've got like the Crows would come out to trainings and stuff, and like the Nord like men or women would come out, and so I remember those. And then I actually remember taking a photo with one of the um Nord like old players, like it was like 2017, 2018. And then when I joined the women's squad, one of the players was actually the girls that came out, so we showed her the photo and we're like, oh, this is this, and she's like, yeah, I remember. And then she became like pretty much like my teammate, which was just pretty awesome. Yeah.
Mm. Oh, that's good. That's pretty cool, and a full circle moment too as well. What would you say some of your outside of footy interests, Al, that you have?
Pun.
What would you say some of your outside footy interests that you have?
Um, I do I do work a lot, so interest wise, I used to play basketball for a while. Still love basketball. Like, don't mind going to watch that. And some of my friends that still play, I would love to go watch them more often. Love heading up the river. So when I get a free chance, I'll try head up there some weekends. But it's a bit chilly at the moment. Don't don't mind just going for walks or just hanging out with friends. So yeah, anything chill.
Ah, nice. That's good. Any favorite TV shows or movies that you have?
Um, I don't watch too much. I'm honestly just on TikTok at the moment, just quickly before bed, because I don't have too much time. But when I do, Netflix wise, probably just watch something like medical some episode thing like that. But
Okay,
yeah,
that's good. So, okay, since you mentioned medical, I'm going to ask this. So, some people are good with watching those type of shows, real shows of those types, or fake. How are you with the scenes where people are getting opened up, whether it's a fake show or a real one?
oh, I'm fine with that stuff. Like I don't really mind it, to be honest. When I was younger, I wanted to be like an emergency nurse, so I wouldn't like care about blood, and I don't care about friends getting injured or vomit or anything. So no, I'm good.
Okay, that's good because I don't mind watching those type of shows, but I think it's those particular scenes where they're cutting people open. They're the That's the ones I'm like, okay, I'm not looking. I just turn around and wait
No,
for.
I don't blame you. It is pretty confronting, but I'm alright with it. I think it's interesting.
Sometimes I do, and then sometimes I regret it. So I was like, what? I don't see many of it much too more, but that's good. All right, so what do you feel, Ali, is the best individual game at any point in time at Norwood? Is the best individual game you've ever played, or it can be local?
Probably this year down south where I kicked 2 goals. I feel like it's a game that just kind of like broke open my season for me and like really helped me find my feet. It wasn't like a huge like around the game performance or anything like a big outstanding, but I think it just really gave me like confidence and like really helped me like gain my spot in this team, which has been probably like my best game for confidence wise.
Nice, that's good. What did you say is the best goal, Ali, that you've ever gotten?
Um, Oh, there's been a few like local wise have been pretty funny where I've just been like on the run and trying to boot it from 50 and they bounce in and then just ones around the body that have been pretty fun. But best wise for Nord was probably even my like, first one where I got a free and set shot. I was freaking out a bit, but when I slotted it, I was pretty happy with myself.
That's good. Absolutely, got to be. No matter how you get it, as long as you get it, that's all that matters. Some people say, "Oh, it was this," or "Oh, there was this close," or yada yada yada. I mean, on the scoreboard, all it says it's a goal, and it doesn't say where it was and how it happened.
Exactly. So no, I was pretty happy, which is good. And then I slotted another one. So yeah, that was a good game. That's for sure.
Sure, it was for sure. And then, if you were to best describe the most unrealistic goal, Ali, that you love to kick, you can add in the distance, the angle, the moment, the occasion. As I said, unrealistic as you like. Where would you love it to be?
Oh, at training, like before training, we love like practicing like check sides and just snapping them off the right foot in the pocket. So I would love to kick like a game winner on a check side. That'd be unreal.
That's right. Yeah. I do goal kicking challenges, Ellie, and every time I do some, when I post on Instagram the highlight reels, so like I
Yep.
post the probably 2 best goals for each one, and every time I put a highlight reel, maybe not of the other person I'm conversing against, but definitely my own, they're always the pocket ones. It's like literally that's all that's all I'm good at when I've done footy. So, so it's something I like doing, and it's, as you mentioned, it's real fun to kick goals on the boundary.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's pretty fun and it's a cool skill to learn. Like as soon as I got it down pat, I just love practicing them. Yeah.
And like I said, that's the only thing I can do. Probably because when I did play also all them years ago, it's, I mean, all the time at training, you mentioned about training having shots in the pocket. That's literally all I would do. When you get that option at the start sometimes to do what you want, that's me doing the pocket stuff. Do set shots properly, rarely. It's just the pockets, both pockets, dribbling it, snapping it, check signing it. That's all I do.
Yeah, absolutely. So much fun. Love getting in your friends' faces when you get it in. So no, I definitely love the pockets. That's for sure.
Well, absolutely, definitely is. Yeah. Favorite music that you have?
I listen to anything to be honest. Like I don't mind a bit of like rap or something before the game, and then in the gym I like bass and drum, and then sometimes like country. Honestly, I listen to heaps of different genres, but no, I do like bass and drum at the moment.
Very nice. I know some people that don't like this person. I don't dislike her. I don't hate her. I don't love her. Taylor Swift. Are you a Taylor Swift person?
Oh, my squad is obsessed with Taylor Swift at Nord, but I'm not a big Taylor Swift fan. Like, I don't really listen to her music, and I'm definitely would not click onto her songs as one of my first preferences.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, okay. So you mentioned the teammates been obsessed with her then. So what I did this, Ali, this was a true story, unintentional. So one time I was talking on this platform that I use here, and I've got the power to change the picture, the banner, I can even put on music if I want to. Talking to someone, and then I said, I'll call him John for this argument, and I said, John, mate, just shake it off. Obviously, you know what that reference is, right? So,
Yeah.
and he, his head mouthing off, you new idiot, and blah blah blah. I'm like, all right, calm down, getting angry and aggressive, and I'm like, and then I thought, okay, he thought I was intentionally playing or saying the Taylor Swift references to piss him off. And then I just, put it up a notch. I said, okay, so John, all you got to do is hate, 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 hate. Obviously, the Taylor Swift song again, the same one. And then if he ever tries to keep on annoying me, I just play the song as well. And loses anything, I do it. So, I mean, it's a funny thing. So the reason I say this is if you know anyone that hates her, that's something you could do to piss them off if they're annoying you, of course.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I definitely don't like it pre-game or anything, because I think it's just a bit too slow. So when some of the girls play it, I'm just like skip or something like that. But no, some girls are obsessed with it in my team.
Yeah, they would be known as Swifties then, those girls.
Yeah, definitely.
Jumper number 50, Ali. How did that jumper number come about? And do you like the number?
Oh, it's definitely a bit high. It's not my favourite. I like as we came in, they just kind of just gave us a number, whatever was free a few years ago, and then like girls got like dropped off the list or left, and then the new girls filled up those type of numbers. So I've just kind of been stuck with it. I don't mind it too much though, because it's like a whole number. Lucky it's not like a random like 53 or something. So in that sense, I don't mind it. I would love for number 11 or number 20, but if when that comes available, like I'll try to scoop it up. But as for now, it is what it is.
Yeah, well, the people that currently have that number, they might need to rotate it. Give it a rotation. Then you can.
Yeah, I would love that. That'd be great.
It would be. Some of your most prized possessions, Ali, that you own.
Definitely my speaker. I love that. I probably put it on every day. My car, that's handy to get around. And then I'm obsessed with shopping, so probably my laptop, so online shopping.
Very nice. What do you binge shop?
Anything, clothes, shoes, footy boots. Like I'm pretty obsessed with buying footy boots. I just bought new Asics like the other day, so
Very nice. I was just going to ask you, what footy boots do you wear?
I just got the Asics Swift Strikes, and they're like white and pink. So I'm a big white boot fan, and I love like the white socks, white boots.
Nice. It's funny how you just mentioned they're Swift.
Oh yeah. Oh, unfortunately, she follows me around everywhere, but I'm used to it.
Yeah, can't get away, but that's good. Any. Oh, now, what is your favorite item of clothing? Would it be the footy boots?
Oh, I do love them, but I wouldn't say I'd wear them every day. I don't mind a hoodie or yeah, or footy shorts. They're pretty comfortable, but yeah, I do love my footy boots.
Very nice. Favorite app on your phone?
Probably TikTok or Snapchat. I probably use those the most, which is pretty bad.
It's fair. I mean, I've never gotten around to TikTok. Can you, Ali? Because obviously you like it. So can you please explain to me the appeal of it? Because a few people have tried, and I've gotten down. The furthest I've gone with that app is literally making an account, but that's it. Convince me, because no one can at the moment.
Oh, honestly, I don't even want to convince you. It's pretty bad, my addiction at this point. Like, it's probably the first thing I look at and the last thing I do when I go to bed. But I don't know, when your For You page like customizes to you, just like so satisfying to look at all the videos and scroll through, and then like the occasional like video that is just interesting pops up. But honestly, it's not all that. To be to be honest, I think I'm just addicted.
That's fair. I mean, I see TikToks get posted on the Instagram, so it's like, in a way, I am watching it, if that makes sense, because it's not on that platform. That
Yeah,
can
definitely.
see clubs do it at any level, AFL, AFLW. They all post it and they put it on their Instagrams or Facebooks and whatever. So it's like, whatever, I still see it. But yeah, all right. So name 3 famous people, Ali, dead or alive, you'd like to go out to dinner with.
Oh, I'd like to go out to dinner with like um like LeBron James or something. That'd be pretty cool. Um, and then or um, like a footy pad would be cool, like Rory Sloan or something, just for like to talk about footy. And then oh, actor white or I don't know, Dwayne Rock the Rock
Oh,
Johnson would be pretty cool.
yes. I'm glad someone mentioned a wrestler. Are you a wrestling fan or just a Dwayne Johnson fan?
I'm not a huge wrestler fan. Nah, I don't really watch any of it. But The Rock, I've just seen him in a few movies and whatnot.
Oh, yeah. The Rock's having a few appearances in wrestling in WWE at the moment. He's calling himself the Final Boss. Good,
The
good
Final
name.
Boss. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, it's all right.
yeah, he's going all right for himself. Anyway, I won't get into wrestling because I'm a and I could talk about it for hours. What are some fun facts about you, Elliot, that people may not know about you?
Um, I can make coffee on a coffee machine, so I'm a barista during the day. Um, I can snowboard and wakeboard. Like they're probably like I love going to the snow on a holiday. Like my family's a big snow family. And then obviously like the river, so I can wakeboard and stuff.
Very nice. Now, actually, are you a beach person? You mentioned surfing then.
Yeah, well, I love the beach, but at the river you can wake surf, and it's a bit nicer than wakeboarding sometimes because when you stack on the wakeboard it hurts, but wake surfing's a bit softer. But no, I do love the beach in summer for sure.
You mentioned surfing, I'm all the way back in high school, probably 8 years ago. This was like year nine, so it would have to be about 8 years ago. Oh, actually, even longer than that, probably now. And anyway, there was a surfing activity that we had to do, and you go on the surfboard, and then you have to go in the water and do what you do. Yeah, the best I could do, Ali, standing on the surfboard, is when the board was on the sand, not on the water. That's
Not a
that.
big fan of surfing.
Well, well, I don't hate it, but I was terrible at it, so I suppose that didn't help.
Yeah, no, definitely. Surfing is frustrating. I remember going on like a school camp, year 10 or something for outdoor ed, and obviously surfing is really hard to grasp, and I found it frustrating sometimes. But no, I think it's a pretty cool experience. Like we went out to York Peninsula in South Australia, and like the water out there is unreal. So no, surfing's cool, but I'm not very good at it.
Nice, that's fair. Now, defenders, Ali, I feel like they deserve a bit more love than they truly get. Obviously, the midfield's got the Brownlow, and Rucks get recognised in Brownlow votes this season, and then the forwards obviously got the Coleman. So, due to the defenders deserve their own official title of an award, especially at AFL and AFLW level.
Oh, I agree, definitely. Defenders do a lot. Like to be honest, I struggle being a defender. I think it's such a hard position to play, and it's such a good skill to see the ball like coming like towards them. I'd rather see the ball from like behind and run through and stuff. So for them to be able to read it coming forward is just so impressive. Like, I just love watching some of my mates like Emily Barch and stuff play defender because they're just so good. But yeah, definitely, I think they deserve their own type of award for that.
Yeah, that's what they definitely would do. Mark or goal of the year, Ali? Which one would you rather do and why?
Um, Probably goal of the year. I think it's pretty cool. Like, obviously, like to put you maybe in front or something like that, or just like some unreal shot at goal on the run would be so cool. But yeah, probably goal of the year.
That's a good one. I mean, everyone loves a goal, Ali. I mean, anyone. And then Mark is good as well. I mean, you can't go wrong either way, but I just feel there's extra satisfaction of a goal because you can kind of celebrate it a bit long. With the mark, you take it in that mark, right? And you probably have to stop within 10 seconds. And then with the goal, you kick the goal, also the ball goes to the middle. So you got that time in between to celebrate and brag a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Like marks more in play in games, so you kind of just forget about it as the game goes on. Whereas goals, you can kind of memorize on it, which is good.
Absolutely sure. Now, this is some teammate questions, Alex. And this is where teammates' hearts may get broken, and teammates may love you more and more for this. Best chatterbox at the club.
Um, Probably Shay. She's just so good at like talking to everybody. Like I'd say she's really good at like making sure everybody's all right and how the day was and stuff. But me and Shay have gotten really close this year, so probably Shay in the best way.
I was just going to say, like I mentioned earlier with some of the teammate ones, it's just like, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. Now, loudest and quietest teammates.
Quietest is probably one of my close friends, Charlie. She doesn't really say much to everybody else, but to us she's talkative. And then loudest, probably up there with like Shay, Barchi, like they're loud on obviously like game days and whatnot.
Mm.
But we don't have someone that's constantly like really loud the whole time.
That's fair. I mean, you need to be loud on the field though when you think about it, don't you? I mean, it can be annoying. Some people may say, but I think it's a good thing. Like, especially in footy, And in any sport, really, you need to communicate. You can't be a mute on the field, at least.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it's definitely handy having someone always at the back saying like they're here. And we've got a few guys that are really good around the stoppages and stuff for that. But yeah, no, definitely talking so important.
Sure. Like when I play cricket now, I mean, a little bit different to footy with cricket. We've communicated with the in the field or when you're batting with your partner in the on the when you're batting, and like you need to talk. You can't be whispering yes, yes. Like then you just have confusion. You get run out, and then everything happens. You need to talk. I mean, it's very important. You can definitely hear me at a cricket field, that's for sure. All right. So stuck on a desert island alley with teammates. Who are you bringing and not bringing, and why?
Could probably bring Rosie Boone because she's genius. She's very smart outside of footy, and then also she's just my really close mate, so that'd be handy. And then um, oh, probably for some entertainment, like I'd bring like Sop or something or Shay, or just because we work together fine. So either one of those would be fine.
Very good. Is there no one that you wouldn't bring, or a particular type of person that you wouldn't want to bring if they did certain things?
Not really. Like I love all my teammates, so I'd be happy to be stuck on that island with any of them, which is alright.
Very nice. Just keep it safe. That's the way to go. All right. So these are the hot topic food questions, Ellie. Now, for context here, only 8 people have said the illogical wrong answer for this first question. That's right. And I've had over 100 people, so no pressure. I've had only 12 people out of over 100 people, well over, get all 6 questions correct to how I would answer them. And the lowest score anyone's ever gotten is 3, with a bunch of people on 3. So how do you feel you'll go with food questions? They're opinionated, of course.
If they're I don't know. My opinions, sometimes they agree with other people, but uh, I'll be alright. I think maybe.
Once you get this alley right, I mean, I think we'll go all right. If not, but that's okay if you don't. The first one, the most controversial one, and this is why I say the most illogical wrong answer, because there's only one answer for this. Chicken palmy. Is it a palmy, alley, or is it something else?
No, it's a palmy.
Thank Christ. Thank you very much. I mean, I've had 8 clowns say something else, something that ends in part of the
just silly.
Yep, exactly. You know what I'd tell them, Ellie? I'd tell them, explain yourself and try and convince me, which I can't, what something else. And they're like, I've got 2 answers. The one I generally get is, it just is. And I go, no, it's not. And then my rebuttal to them, Ellie, is this. Spell it out for me or pronounce it and then tell me it's not palmy.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. I don't know, just been raised that way, so it's always a palmy to me, so with nothing else.
That's definitely what it is. Now, pineapple on a pizza, yes or no?
No, for me. I'm not a big fan of pineapple. I always end up picking it off.
Same. Good job. 2 for 2. This is a good start. Tomato sauce, cupboard or fridge?
Oh, definitely goes in the cupboard in my family.
3 for 3. Well, this is good. Keep it up. Now, what is? Oh yeah, favorite food.
I do like Vietnamese, so I don't mind like pho or like a banh mi or something. That's pretty good. Otherwise, I do love watermelon.
Good. I'm going to cop that. 4 for 4. Good job. I mean, who doesn't like watermelon? So that's 4 for 4. Food you don't like.
I unfortunately the only thing I really don't like is banana. I really wish I liked it because it's good, but I'm not a banana fan.
Damn it, we were so close. That's fair enough. Controversial, but fair enough. That's all right. You'll probably get the next one, so you probably end with 5. Favorite takeaway place?
Probably Thai food.
Are you going to go to order for Thai food?
I think it's called like pad seal. It's like a noodle dish with that beef or something, or like pad thai. It's just pretty good.
Fair enough, not too bad. So there we go. 5 out of 6. I mean, a lot of people get 5 as well, but that's all right. Definitely. I mean, at least you didn't say something outside of palmy, so I'm happy with that. All right, so let's continue on here. If you could have any superpower, Ali, what superpower would you like to have?
I reckon flight would be pretty cool. Would love to get places pretty fast. Like, I hate sitting in traffic, so definitely flight would be pretty cool.
Exactly. That's a common answer these days, and I mean, for obvious reasons. And hey, you wouldn't have to pay for anything if you're flying yourself.
Yeah, it'd be unreal. That'd be so good.
You wouldn't need a car anymore.
No, and I wouldn't have to pay for petrol, so that'd be great.
Exactly. Smart answer. All right. So, how do you handle pressure and setbacks, Ali, in your career?
Obviously it sucks being set back or being like rested for injury or being injured. So, obviously it hurts the first few days, but then I just tell myself like obviously happens for a reason and maybe it's a good thing. Yeah, I was very lucky to get kind of rested before finals, I think. So obviously I just kind of get back in the gym and just trying to work around it. But that honestly I just try and look as positive as I can. It sucks, but you can't do much about it.
That's very true. And then now you mentioned the gym there. Is there someone that tries to lift more than they actually can, or says they're so good at something and they're not?
No, everyone's pretty humble in that sense. Like I don't think anybody wants a fine, so um, it's pretty good in that sense. I just always go to the gym with like my like one of my best mates, Jasmine Egan at Nord. So me and her head to the gym quite a lot, which is good.
Very nice. Now I've got a few more for you, Ali. So I do really appreciate you coming on. Game day superstitions. Do you have any game day superstitions that you must adhere to?
I always fake tan the night before, so make sure that my tan's looking nice. And then I always have a yellow Powerade or Gatorade. I don't mind what brand, but it just has to be yellow.
Yellow, yeah, not bad. I like that. That's a good one. You mentioned about the tan thing, and we mentioned about the photo day. You mentioned yourself. I think you said Emily off the top of your head as well. So, with the camera, I know I mentioned that earlier a little bit as well. But like, are you one that likes the attention on yourself?
Probably not. No, I don't really, I don't like really like being filmed too much, but I don't mind a photo with my friends and stuff. Like I would prefer more of like a group picture than a solo picture.
Yeah, very nice. All right. So the last one I got for you to sort of appreciate coming on is if you were in charge, Ali, of the SANFLW competition and you were the CEO for the day, what rule are you adding and/or removing?
I'd definitely extend the development season to be a full season instead of like only a 7 round thing, and then also I'd like the quarters to be like 20 minutes with time on.
Very good, smart decision, basic decision, and something they really should be doing. They do it at Waffle W as well with the quarter lengths. Like I don't understand because I feel like I don't know about you, but I feel like it invites. It's within the rules because that's what the rule is. It's a ridiculous one that they have in place that you can invite time wasters, and I don't like that because the ball could go out of bounds or they could intentionally get the ball over the fence and no one's there to get it, or it takes a while to get it, and it just kills time. Or people pretend to be injured, and if you're in a close game at the end. I've seen that happen watching some. It's just, I hate it. What do you feel the same way about time wasting?
Yeah, it's very, very frustrating. Like at Sample, it doesn't like the time on doesn't count unless there's like the stretcher on the field or something. So it's very frustrating when a player goes down and they obviously not getting up or somebody's taking long to tie their lace or something. So yeah, in that sense, it's really frustrating. And then obviously our quarters used to be 20 minutes last year, but they cut them down to 18. So that's pretty frustrating as well.
Yeah, and I'll add one more sort of real pressure on Ali. So, map out a dream scenario. So you mentioned about AFLW earlier. If you can map out a dream scenario, Ali, for yourself from right now to the end of this footy season and then beyond, how would you love it all to pan out?
Obviously would love to win the grand final with the girls this year. That'd be pretty unreal. And then hopefully get picked up and like as like a train on and then get the experience and play like I think I'll definitely need a few more years in sample just for experience and play a few more seasons where I play every game and then hopefully get picked up by a club, which would be unreal.
Very modest, Ali. I really do appreciate it. As you said, you're only 19. I mean, people can get drafted at any age. You see, one perfect example I always see recently, and I've had her on a few times, is Elise Sheeran from the Tigers AFLW side. She's 31. She got picked up 2 years ago at 29, and now she's a two-time All-Australian off the back line. So it just shows, Ali, they can get done. I really do appreciate you coming on.
No, thank you so much for having me, Cooper. It was so much fun.
That's appreciated.